Road wins for Nicholls State University have been few and far between, and Air Force has never lost to an FCS team. 23-9 our score at the half. Halftime continues from Falcon Stadium. Well, let's talk about the time gaps from yesterday. In a couple weeks, guys could lose minutes in these mountain stages. So how important is it for a guy like Rodriguez to be 38 down and some of the other GC contenders in the teens and 20s?
The women passed the stick, I thought, a lot better than the U.S. men did.
All right, well, let's talk about the men in the final for the 4x100-meter relay. It's really been a two-country race, Otto, over this entire century between the Americans and the Jamaicans. Who do you like tonight?
Well, they rely on him quite a bit. He has thrown 6 interceptions this year. The Jaguars secondary, they like to gamble, so we'll see if turnovers play a key role in today's game. We will have the kickoff from the Palouse. It's Idaho and South Alabama on ESPN 3.
After the short program, Canadians Caitlin Weaver and Andrew Poge sat in 3rd place. They'll need to channel all of their energy in today's free dance. Standing in their way are the Americans. The brother-sister team of Maya and Alex Shibatani have been nearly flawless in Seoul, Korea. And atop the standings, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates, thanks to their sultry moves and fiery intensity. Universal Sports coverage of the Four Continents Figure Skating Championships starts now. And welcome inside the Mokdong Ice Arena in Seoul, South Korea for our continuing coverage of the Four Continents Figure Skating Championships on tap today in ice dancing. It is the free dance competition. Hey, everybody, Peter Young along with Olympic silver medalist Tanith Belbin. And Tanith, a bit of a surprise yesterday. Caitlin Weaver and Andrew Poge really skated well in the short program, but they're in 3rd place coming into today.
Well, and they did skate.
The sun is shining here in Tempe, Arizona at Sun Angel Stadium for today's duel in the desert between Arizona State and Arizona. Hi, everybody. Peter Young along with Dwight Stones, Braylon Edwards, and on the field, Elizabeth Morrow. This is the women's 4x100-meter relay. Arizona State in the black and gold, and Arizona in the red, white, and blue. Arizona State with the fastest time between these two teams this year at just under 45 seconds. Now down to our final leg here. And it is tight. Arizona State on the inside, Arizona on the outside, and the Wildcats trying to make a run here at the line. And the Wildcats are going to get them.
Wow, wow.
What a great way to start. In the women's 400 meters on Saturday, Kendall Baisden came into the event as the season's world leader. She was also looking to make it the 2nd straight World Junior Championships win for the USA in the 400 meters following Ashley Spencer's victory in 2012. Going into the back straightaway, Baisden picked up the pace in lane 6, followed closely by Gilda Casanova of Cuba. It was down to Baisden and Casanova in the home stretch, but Baisden shifted into a higher gear as she won the gold with a time of 51.85. Casanova held on to 2nd place, and America's Olivia Baker took home the bronze. The IAAF World Junior Championships from Eugene, Oregon continue. Next up is the women's 1,500-meter final, where 17-year-old high schooler Alexa Ephraimson from Camas, Washington, has got a very good chance to give the U.S. women their first ever medal in this discipline. She's looking to match the gold that Mary Kane won in the 3,000 meters earlier in the week. That gold was the first medal of any kind for the U.S. over the distance of 800 meters.
Walker trying to do a bit too much. Barnett with the steal. Nice hustle. You love to see kids hit the floor.
And I'll tell you what, that's the first turnover for the Lobos in quite a while. Got to get it down in there.
Here's Conklin again. No double team. And he has been able to take advantage. Boy, that is great footwork and a great touch.
Yeah, and you know what?
Well, Nevada got their first loss in conference of the season. They won 4 straight. And then Boise State on Tuesday picked up the road win, which was huge for them because last Saturday, with 1.6 seconds left, Larry Nance Jr., who is now a bona fide star in the conference, hit the game winner here in Boise. It is so tough to win in this conference on the road. Doghouse as Berger opens for 3. No good. Utah State continues to struggle from behind the arc. They're 0 for tonight. Duncan for 3. That's his game. Yes! He is the quintessential pick and pop Euro-style player, even though he's from Australia.
Yeah,
Foul on Drimmick and trouble getting the ball in bounds. Nicholls almost with the steal. Beautiful pass. Luster to Cruz. Yes! Third 3 of the first half for the Cowboys.
Yes, was giving the layup to Wyoming.
Perryman with perhaps an ill-advised three. Cruz with the rebound. Shot clock is off. Beautiful pass to the streaking Archer Bueno. You're right. They can run when they want to. Perfect so far in the afternoon. 5 for 5. Oh, and this one is picked off. Miscommunication. The interception. This could go all the way. Montel Garner, the senior from Dallas, Texas, a pick six, and it is 13-0. And I told you before the game we might see that.
We talked about the 6 interceptions on the season.
Grandview, which plays in the conference, could make it 3 straight tonight. And this is fascinating. The Grandview football and wrestling program are both only 6 years young. The football team can win their first title tonight. The wrestling program has already won 2. The flip side of the coin, the University of the Cumberlands, they're celebrating their 125th year as a school. And tonight, this is their first national championship game appearance in any sport ever. That drought is finally coming to an end. And speaking of rain or lack thereof, it's been a cloudy, muggy day in Rome, but so far, Jason, the rain has held off.
For the second time in 3 years, the Spaniard Jonathan Castroviejo finds himself in the red leaders jersey at the Vuelta a España. He and his teammates from Movistar, the winners of yesterday's Stage 1 team time trial. At the USA Pro Cycling Challenge, defending champion TJ Van Garderen wore the leader's yellow jersey entering Stage 6 time trial in Vail, Colorado. He won the time trial by 53 seconds to extend his overall lead to over 90 seconds. He can wrap up his second straight title today on Stage 7 as the ride goes from Boulder to Denver at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC Sportsnet. And across the pond, live stage number 2 at the Vuelta. Peter Young along with Todd Gogolski. Thanks again for tuning in for the final Grand Tour of the year. And the peloton has decided to let that group of 4 dangle out there a little bit longer because now the gap has increased to about 28 seconds. But Todd, you were saying that once the crosswinds start to get a bit more severe, that gap could drop pretty quick.
And
aside from the 4-man group, the peloton looks largely intact, what you would expect on only day number 2, the first really full day of racing after the short Stage 1 team time trial. Movistar right up there in front, doing a nice job of controlling the race. They have really been focused and done a good job. But look at this at the back. We got our first bit of chaos here at the Vuelta. A couple water bottles and bikes on the ground. One rider still on the deck. Well, here we go with one of the big pairs. This is the Canadian champions. They were 3rd after the short program with 68.31 points. This is Caitlin Weaver and Andrew Pogier. Confident, nimble, and commanding on the ice. They are a joy to watch. I love the flourish at the end. If only all brothers and sisters had such chemistry, right?